Darren, appreciate you here.
How are we doing?
What's up? How y'all doing?
Good. Ready for some questions from these guys?
Man, I'm ready.
All right, we'll start with Matt Preem from 247 Sports.
Hey, how's it going? Just your thoughts on progress and getting acclimated to this system, and just where do you feel like you're fitting in, and just your role with this team?
And it's been great. Got here July 5th, and ever since then, it's been building a great foundation, just day in and day out. And I think what I bring to this team is obviously leadership, competitiveness for sure, that competitive spirit. And we can. I always think if your point guard can bring that, then you're going to be a great team. And if he doesn't, then you're going to be mediocre. And that's what Coach Altman kind of speaks on to that. When he's talking to me and Will and Jacob. So for me is just bringing this team together. I mean, we're new. I'm new. We got how many? Got like 7 new. We got like 7 new guys, 8 new guys. So bringing everybody together, the ones from last year, and then us new guys, just bringing everybody together. It's a long season, man. We gotta stick together, and I put that on my shoulders to bring the leadership and the competitiveness to this ball club.
James Crepio, the Oregonian.
David, I don't believe you were the primary ball handler or at least distributor while at Oklahoma, but just seeing in practice on Saturday, you were bringing the ball up quite a bit when you were out, regardless of who you were paired with, whether it was with Will, with Jacob, whoever. Was that part of the process in choosing where to come, not just Coach Crutchfield, which I'm sure was probably a very big part of things, but also the role that you would play? Were you trying to be more of the distributing point guard and that being a big part of things?
I would say that was, not just like you said, alongside Clutch being here. That was a big part. I think, and that goes back from leadership. I want that. I kind of want to take that leadership on, and it takes a lot. Bad, great, good things, but I love it, and I embrace that position, and I want it to be my job to make sure my teammates know where they're supposed to be. I put them in spots to make shots. For Will, Will's a 50% 3-point shooter, easily. He can really shoot it. So I want to be able to, if he's just, for instance, if he's running down the floor, I'm looking at him. When I'm attacking, I'm looking for him. I'm finding him. And we can kind of play off each other, but I really enjoy it. I really enjoy just making plays, not just for myself, but for my teammates. I think that goes first, and then after that, the floor kind of opens up. And we have great shooters, not just great shooters. We have great players on this team that can open the floor, for themselves and for me. So with me going in there and taking that role of attacking, getting to the rim and stuff like that, it makes it easy, for me to kick out. And then we got shooters on our team that can really just finish it off. And then as long as if I'm racking up assists, it goes all to them because they're making shots.
Zach Neal, Ducks Flyer.
DeVion, to kind of piggyback off of that, this is a very, very talented roster with a lot of mouths to feed on offense. As the distributing point guard, how do you kind of balance finding the hot hand and keeping everyone engaged on offense?
Definitely. That's a great question. It's definitely something that, mostly watching a lot of film on that, but also knowing each person's, personality a little bit, to a certain extent. Because we have guys on here that can score, that can make shots, stuff like that. So my job is just, I think it's bringing a certain level of energy and toughness, and I feel like if I set that tone, then I feel like as a leader, then the rest of the guys will follow. And I got to put that on my shoulders for us to be a great team. And I want to do that. Like I said, I want to take that. It's so much, it's easier said than done. And when people say, yeah, I want to be a leader and I want to say that, but you got to take the great, good, and the bad all together. You know what I mean? And it starts off, like I said, it starts off with me. Will, Jacob too, but I want to take that on, and I kind of want to take the load off of them as well. I want to take that load off of them, and I want to take it, full steam ahead. Take that role, man. If I bring that level of toughness, then everybody's engaged. They see that I'm engaged. You know what I mean? They're going to read me, and if I come in, I'm low and lollygagging, no one's going to be engaged. But if I'm bringing that every single day, then I bet everything I got that everybody's going to be engaged, and we're going to be a great team because of that.
Shane Hoffman, Daily Emerald.
Curious your first impressions of Frank. He's a pretty charismatic guy, and then also just with his athleticism, what he can do for you as a roll man, screener, all that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, Frank is. Man, I was over here in Will talk. Frank, he said it best. Frank is, his aura is just in him. Super energetic. He's gonna play hard every single second he's on the floor. That's what I love about Frank. He may foul a little bit, but he's gonna play hard. He's gonna play super hard, and I enjoy it. And I mean, for someone, when I'm guarding Will or Jacob in practice and Frank's on the other team and I gotta run through one, Frank is not the smallest person, you know what I mean? He's pretty big dude, 6'11", like 250 something, mostly muscle. I was thinking about, in practice when I'm going against him, I was thinking about, man, when we're on the same team in the game, this is gonna be tough, for someone to stay in front of me and someone to get through one of his screens. And, my job is to make Frank, he sets the screen, but my job is to make his job easier. And that's just rolling to the basket. And if I got a layup or a shot, then I take it or pass out. But I'm looking at him on the roll, and Frank can catch lobs pretty easy. So if a big steps up, it's to the rim, and then he'll finish it off.
We got time for two more, so we'll go with James and then Matt.
We're hearing about Hughes shooting and seeing it on Saturday. I didn't keep track of the stats, but he shot really lights out from three. I know you had a pretty big guy in Brady last year who shot well from three. Just what does that do for an offense, DeVion, in terms of having a guy who's 6'8" or 6'9", like those guys are, who shoot north of 30% from three, and clearly it stretches the floor quite a bit.
That adds another dimension to the offense, and here with our offense, it's so, it can be so open, especially when guys, we want to space out the floor. We don't want it to be so compacted. We want teams to have to space out. That leaves drives, That leaves drives and kicks, all day. So we got guys in here that can shoot the ball. And just like last year when I was at OU, Brady did a great job shooting the ball. He's gonna shoot the ball great, at North Carolina. But having shooters and having guys, that are 6'8", 6'9" that can shoot and that can step out, that's another dimension because they can go inside and they can play outside as well. So that just makes your offense and makes your team more dangerous.
Last question, Matt.
Yeah, after last season, you had some options. You could have returned to Oklahoma, or you declared for the draft, but then didn't sign. Why Oregon? What was it about Oregon that you felt like this is the path that you wanted to go next in your career?
Definitely, biggest reason, like I said before, when I first started coming was Crutch. Definitely has become a father figure to me. He was there for me those times when I was at OU and it got tough and stuff like that, and he was there for me. And he was there for me for that. We built a long relationship over the past 5 years. Super, super, super strong. And another reason was Altman. I felt wanted and to a certain extent loved by the whole staff, from Altman all the way down. I had like 3 or 4 Zooms with him before I made my decision to come, and we talked about it. Everything that's going on right now, I know the season hasn't started yet, but for what's going on right now from July all the way until now, October 21st, we've talked about it. We've envisioned, doing big things. And Coach Altman's history is amazing. And I wanted to, why not get from all the way down south, come up, to the West Coast. Kind of learn something different, kind of grow up a little bit. And that's what I want to do. I want to grow, on and off the basketball court. And I feel like sometimes they always say, sometimes people say, you don't have to leave home, but I think I made a great decision to to kind of leave my roots, down by Texas and Oklahoma, and I'll come up here and try to do big things for the University of Oregon.
That's all the time we got. Thanks, DeVion.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, guys.